Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to wherever you are in the big, wide, round planet we call Mother Earth. And it's Keity Broom here for our Monday night number 41. It is the 41st Hangout of My Paying Ads. Originally started just for Australia to keep people in Australia and New Zealand up to date with what's going on. Well, that's exploded around the world. We've had many different people from all over the world joining us on the Hangouts live, and many thousands of people have watched our Hangouts. And the idea is that we can convey some information about the company, keep people up to date, discuss things on the panel, and go through things and get Uday on, the owner, Uday Nara, who's normally try and get him on every second or third week of the month. And sometimes we get him on twice a month. Now, there's a lot of people who are joining in now who are brand new to My Paying Ads or My Paying Crypto Ads, or they haven't even joined yet. They found this. They found us on going through YouTube or Google or one of our Facebook page. There are a number of people in our Facebook group, the main international one. I think we're up to 92,000 members. A lot of those people are not members of My Paying Ads or My Paying Crypto Ads, so they may be watching this video, this Hangout for the first time. So welcome to you if you're trying to find out about My Paying Ads. We're online advertising. We're a profit share model. So a very quick version is if you look at your adverts on your smartphone and on your laptop that Google runs. Last year's about $175 billion worth of advertising done on phones and laptops. Google had 35% of that. So their income was around about $55 billion, which is quite staggering. They kept all of that, every last red cent. I don't think they gave any away. So Uday Nara has a business, online advertising. It's a small site in comparison to Google. We're a tiny niche in the online advertising space. But about every dollar that comes into our business, Uday gives around about 80 to 85% back out to the members in a profit share. Any profits coming in are shared back out. And that gets a lot of people excited around the world, so much so that for My Paying Ads, current stats, I'll just refresh the page here, the home page, 286,000. It's just gone up in the last 5 minutes. 286,909 people. It's a scratch my head every time. And we've just hit 35 million. 35 million, we just hit that. 35 million and 66,000. Today has just clicked over to 35 million. So thank you very much, Uday, for all that you do. We appreciate your undying continued efforts into this business. Last week, 5,600 people joined My Paying Ads. And here's the best statistic, that last week we had 113,736,000 page views on our website, on My Paying Ads. And that means that every time one of the members logged in, that's a page view. Every time you looked at one ad, that's a page view. Every time you went to make a withdrawal, that's a page view. Every time you clicked on a banner and it went to another page. These are all page views, which is traffic on our website. 113 million last week. Absolutely staggering. There's 1,800 people online now. So let's go across to My Paying Crypto Ads. Now, we started My Paying Crypto Ads on the back of Uday thinking, well, Bitcoin is a massive opportunity for business coming up. So he started My Paying Crypto Ads 115 days ago. So that's 3.5 months. 3.5 months ago, nearly 4 months, 120 days, nearly 4 months ago. And already we're up to 61,000 members. And he's paid out profit share 4,945 Bitcoins. So call it 5,000 Bitcoins. Now, today's price in Bitcoin in Australia is 1,700 and something. So 1,700 times 5 is 7,575, 105. That's $10.5 million he's paid out in 120 days. Again, these numbers are exciting because we're just in a growing phase, coming up to our second birthday in September, which we want to talk about. So that's the stats. We're going very well in both businesses, and we're coming up to our second birthday for My Paying Ads in what, 25 days, I think it is, 25 days. as a number of people will be going on the panel. And this is the time now to introduce people on the panel. I'd like you to just tell your little story for about 1 minute of how you found MPA, how many ad packs you got, and how you're feeling at the stage you're at. Some people are just brand new within a month or so, some are 3 or 4 months, and Paul down the end, he's been here a long, long time. So I'll start with Carl, who's over in Western Australia. If you can unmute your mic there, Carl. And thanks very much for coming on. First time for you, mate. Just tell us a little brief story. What's the Carl story? Go ahead.
Okay. I've got 15 years experience in sales, and I changed that to go truck driving, just take a step back and reassess my life. I wasn't happy with the income I was earning working 7 days a week. So in truck driving, I was delivering to an IGA store, and he was speaking to me about making money online, what I do. Told him I'm fairly successful purchasing shares through the Concept website. And we got talking. He says, try my paying ads. I actually joined up a month after he had joined, Danny Jewson, and his sponsor was Alan Law. Basically, we got going together, created a small team in Perth, and we've never looked back.
Oh, brilliant. And where did you meet this guy? At the supermarket?
Yeah, I was delivering goods because I'm a truck driver at the moment.
Yeah.
It's just working 7 days a week in sales, the stress. I wanted to have my weekends off now, you know, and 50 years old, I've been working 6-7 days a week for the last 10 years. So I wanted to find a job I can just work 5 days a week and just reassess and make some new goals.
Opportunities are everywhere, Carl, even at the supermarket, mate. That's a great story. All right. Fantastic. Now, alongside you is young Daniel. Now, Daniel's in Melbourne, sunny Melbourne. If we look out the window, it's always sunny in Melbourne, isn't it? What's your story, Daniel? You've with MPA, go ahead, or MPCA.
Oh, hey guys. So just to start from the very beginning, it started like roughly 1.5 years ago when I joined the meetup group called the Melbourne Business Entrepreneurs, which are situated in Melbourne. And they were into my advertising pays, which was another revenue share site. But I wasn't getting what I wanted to, because they offered only $50 ad packs. Plus, the site had issues all the time, and the speed was very poor. Sometimes it barely even loaded up on my web browser. So I just started Googling for something else. And I even done some research on YouTube, and my paying ads seemed the most promising, because it had a lot of good reviews on YouTube and even on Google. So I've joined my paying ads out of my own initiative. I just Googled it, and I've invested roughly $400 into it. And this was before the issue with PayPal, and so I had to then pause for like a half a year, and after it resumed and recovered. So after my paying ads overcame the issue with PayPal, so it kind of strengthened my belief in the site that it can actually really carry on, and Uday is actually very committed to keep the site running as much as possible and just keep it going. So, and that's why I now have a very good faith in my paying ads, and I would love to learn how to properly promote it on the internet. Yep. And make a living out of it.
Okay, fantastic, great story, mate. So I think a lot of people online have come from other businesses or seen other businesses. There are other opportunities for different businesses. It's just a matter of what you know and what where you are at that particular time. So yeah, fantastic story, well done. Okay, now Jane is joining us for the first time tonight, rushed home from work, got all the internet going, and it's fantastic to have you on. Jane, tell us about yourself, just briefly. how you found MPA and how you're traveling and what's your thoughts.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for having me on. I joined MPA 2 months ago yesterday. I joined up under Linda, who's been a long-time family friend. Both her and I have been involved in lots of different multi-level marketing companies as a way of finding another income. Linda came across my Paying Ads and she was really happy with the results and the business model. So recommended I joined up, and yeah, really happy with it so far. I'm up to 124 credit packs today. And I've started following her idea, which she was talking about, I think, last week. She puts $30 a week in as her investment. I've been putting about $50 a week in and then just rebuying with my ad packs at this stage. And yeah, really happy with it.
Fantastic. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Now just a bit of for newbies. When we're purchasing ad packs, we don't use the term invest. We're not an investment business. So the purchase of ad pack is the terminology we use. So we're buying advertising services, because when you buy a $5 ad pack in My Paying Ads or an ad pack in My Paying Crypto Ads, the product you receive is a digital product. And in the case of MPA, for a $5 ad pack, you get 100 website views or website visits that you can use to promote any business or service. I had a guy who's rang me today. He's not in my team. I just wanted some help. He didn't realize how many he had. So I guided him through on the website to where to look. And he'd only been started a short while. He already had over 3,000 credits saved up from all the ad packs he'd purchased. So he was over the moon because he could promote a website then, and he immediately went ahead and created an advert and allocated some of those website credits so he could drive business, drive views, drive some looks and to another website, another business, to help that business in its ranking, but also the potential of possible sales there. So this is about our business. We purchase advertising products. So as a new person, you've got to get their head around that we're not an investment, and we do purchasing of ad packs with a product. And once you get that understanding, then it's very easy to talk to people about what sort of business we are. Because if you go to any of the platforms, either My Paying Ads or My Paying Crypto Ads, and you read the details page, this should be compulsory for all new people or even the older people. Read the details page 20 times, so then you know it off by heart. And that is virtually how we run the business, is it's spelt out on the details page. So that's a little tip for any new people starting or listening, or if you're just wondering what the business is all about, just Google mypayingads.com and then click on the details page from the home page, and you'll read exactly the 3 earning opportunities, how the business is run, what we're not. We're not investment, we're not multi-level marketing, we're not a high yield investment program, we're not a securities site, we're not a currency exchange. I can rattle these all off because I've read that page that many times. I know it off by heart, which helps when you're talking to people about the business, because your knowledge is what people are after, your knowledge of the business you're in. So with that said, Mick, you've only been in a few months. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Mick.
Well, I'm a bit like Carl, mate. I'm a truck driver, and I've been in MPAs for 3 months, a week short of 3 months, and it's been nothing but a great experience. Great bunch of people. The business is going like really, really well. I'm about halfway through my 25 ad packs, $25 ad packs. I've had quite a few 5 and 10s drop off, and I've repurchased all those as well. So no, it's going very well. Have a good team underneath, a good group of people, not a team, but a good group of people underneath me, and they're building very well. So what I say is referrals are very important. Not crucial, but you do get a lot from referrals, and it's worth talking to people. It really is. You know,
yeah.
You get your 10%, as you was explaining before, from that first purchase, and then you get your 5% after that. So it's great.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic, Mick. Well done, and thanks for coming on again. Now we've got Paul number one right now. Paul in Singapore. It's great to hear you again, mate. And thanks for coming on. Now, what time is it in Singapore?
It's 5:16 p.m. 5:16.
Okay, right. You're very specific, mate. That's what you got to be in business, mate. You got to be specific. Well done, mate. So tell us about your story. How did a guy in Singapore, population of 5 million, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll shake your hand, and it'll be great to meet you in person in a couple of weeks. How did you find My Paying Ads in a city of 5 million people?
Okay, I'm a qualified audio engineer here, so I have a daytime job, and my first experience as an internet marketer goes back all the way to year 2004, right? So I was trying to find anything which will be able to give me an additional household income, but since 2004, for the next 2 years, I was not able to find anything. All I was doing was that I was wasting a lot of time on programs that didn't work, so it was very sad. So I went back to my daytime job, and sometime around 2015, that's when I came back to internet marketing. And something like what Daniel just said, I was from a traffic monsoon as well as my advertising page, and the ad packs there are a bit too costly. They start off as high as $50. So while clicking one of the ads there, I stumbled across My Paying Ads. And My Paying Ads was so much affordable back then. It was $1 per ad pack on the first plan. Okay, so sometime around the January 2016, that's when we had some issues with PayPal. And during that time of 6 months, we were not very sure what is the outcome going to be like, But the fantastic thing about Uday and his team is that I was paid back every cent I put back onto My Paying Ads version 1. I got back about $480. And with that, on the 25th of July, that's when I really started very, very strongly with My Paying Ads. And one thing that I should tell the guys who are just joining us is that there are many programs out there that are not going to help you along for a long time. But My Paying Ads is a fantastic success story. It's an honest success story built by Uday and his team. And these are very rare qualities that you can find online. If you have spent years as a person who's struggling to make money online, My Paying Ads is a huge blessing. So up to now, I've got about 50 over referrals in my downline. They're all doing awesome. So my earnings daily from My Paying Ads as for now is higher than my monthly income in my job. So I'm still building my business up. So it's really fantastic to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very good, mate. Great story. Very, very good indeed. Now, there's another Paul right next to you. He's been in a little bit longer than you, Paul from Singapore, and that's Paul Weeks in the Gold Coast up here in Australia. Just a very, very quick rundown, Paul, of how you find MPA, My Paying Ads. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I've been at now, 21 months, June 2015. Had been in the previous businesses before. I've been always in the traffic side of it. So being a traffic expert and trying to get traffic to people's websites was how I got into MPA. The affordability side of it was good, as Paul said before. So it was a matter of just talking to a lot of businesses and getting businesses on board and saying, hey, I can use those credits to advertise your business on our advertising platform. And basically that's how I've been doing now for the last 21 months. And it just keeps getting better every day.
Yeah, it does. It's very exciting. It's very addicting as well when you're starting out as a new person. You realize that you can start an online business for yourself as part of a company for very little capital. People can start. There's one girl, here's a good story in Brisbane. She started with nothing. All she did was join MPA, and while waiting for her payment process to get up and running, she started doing the cash links, which are 0.001, 0.002 of a cent. She and her boyfriend did them day after day after day after day. while they're waiting for their payment processor details to be authorized and come through so they could put money into the business. They got up to $5 in their cash links, and they bought one ad pack out of cash link clicking. Pretty awesome story. So you're allowed 300 website clicks per day on cash links. So they must have done the full 300 for a few days, and they managed to get up to $5, and they bought an ad pack. So the reality is you can start this business with $5 and build it to what you want. Now, I hear people say, oh, the this and that, and the business won't do this and the business won't do that. It's very hard at the moment for me, and it's very hard to find this and to find that. There's always seems to be some excuse about what their situation is. This business works. There's no question that this business works, and it works very, very well. And it works very well because the owner, Uday Nara, is a conservative owner. He's very conservative in exactly everything he puts into place. That he wants people to earn a certain amount of money, and the maximum is $200 US a day at the moment, $6,000 US a month, or $72,000 US a year. Now, the additional leadership commission has just come in the last few weeks, which allows a little bit of extra money to be withdrawn as well. But the system is working. It is all back to the person. If I always live by this adage, I learned this many, many years ago. If someone points the finger of blame, I'll point it right at the camera. Someone points the finger of blame at the government. This program is not working. This owner's a scam. No one's reading my adverts. No one's doing this. Turn the hand over. There's three fingers pointing back at the real problem. You've got to take responsibility for yourself and business. This model works. It's about you and what you do on a daily basis. And I was chatting to this guy today. He was enthusiastic and wanted to learn. So I said the first 6 months when I got involved, I got no results, just one or two people getting interest, but I continued and continued and continued. And now I have content on the internet. I have a brand of Keithy Broom, and people recognize me through my videos. And that has helped my business grow inside my paying ads. So the vehicle is fantastic. Absolutely no pressure. The owner is unbelievable. And it's down to the individual of how good, how far they go. So what we want to sort of talk about very briefly tonight is some exciting things that we will be doing when all of us become maxed out in this program. That's $200 US per day, which in Australia is around about 270 Australian dollars a day. So if you're earning the maximum amount, you're earning approximately 2,000 Australian dollars a week, $100,000 a year, as well as promoting and building other businesses off the back of your advertising credits. So the great thing is we're getting paid, we're being paid to advertise. All the credits I'm using, I'm running 5 ads at the moment of different companies, and I'm getting sales off there. So I've got income from sales off my ads on the platform. I also buy ad packs and earn profit share. I also talk to people about the business every day and get people joining me and earn either 10% or 5% commission. And the fourth way you earn money is obviously the cash links. You can go on cash links and click a few of those and earn a few as well. So there's actually 4 ways to earn an income on this business. So absolutely brilliant. So put yourselves, people on the panel, in the mindset that now you're earning $200 a day. What is your life like? Living in Perth, living in Singapore, living in Brisbane, Gold Coast, wherever you are. I just want you to talk to the viewers and tell us about how your life would be when you're earning, let's take, for example, 100,000 Australian dollars per year, every year from now on, because of this online advertising business. So with that said, Carl, I'll throw you in the deep end, mate, Perth. What would life be like for you, mate, at $200 a day US?
Well, thanks for that, Keithy. Luckily, I'm a pretty good swimmer. I've already such a prudent question. Like, I've been approaching everybody I know when I'm out on the street, talking to people, car wash, petrol station. But today I got my old book out full of business cards. I rang those people up, got 2 very good, hot, strong leads, told them about the potential earning, got a job offer, over the phone to work for his business because I explained to him I've had enough truck driving now. I'm going to be looking for a part-time job and spend more time on my paying ads. And he jumped on that straight away and says, oh, the team, one person's 80 years old, wants to slow down. We want to bring somebody in. So just by thinking about changing my full-time job, part-time job, the next couple of phone calls is already happening for me. So my immediate goal is to part-time position, continue with my paying ads, and just start to enjoy life. I've worked so hard all my life that for once in my life now, we don't worry about money anymore, and we're excited about what the future will bring.
It does change your life perspective of how you talk to people, how you feel, how you get up in the morning. The energy gain from when you wake up in the morning, realise that you've earned some profit share every hour for the last 7 or 8 hours or 9 hours you've been sleeping as well. It's a very good feeling as well. And the good thing about being in that situation when you are earning that full-time income online, that your positivity and enthusiasm that spreads to people around you that you come in contact. They can't work out, or they want to know why you're so happy, you're so relaxed, you're enthusiastic about what you're doing, you have energy in your body. So yeah, awesome. Great days ahead, Carl. Great days ahead, mate. Very good.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, Daniel, what's going to happen for you, mate? Just put yourself in the picture. You're earning $200 Australian a day. How's your life changed from the situation you're in now?
Well, I guess I'd certainly be more happy about my situation that I don't have to worry about money so much anymore. But I don't think I would just simply withdraw the money. I would start investing into my paying crypto ads, and make some Bitcoins. Because I guess I guess if I have $200, it would be just shame not to expand it even more. So that's my philosophy on that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like that's a great idea of what would happen in your situation. What about you, Jane? How would things differ for you in your life at $200 a day?
Yeah, well, for me, it would mean a lot more time to spend with family, a lot more family holidays, less financial stress, and at the same time, I'm doing something that I love. I can't wait to get up in the mornings to come and check my ads and see if what's happening on my websites. I find myself on my breaks at work at the moment going and checking my phone to see if I've got enough to get another pack. So yeah, I find that really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it getting better and better. And I think the more I learn and the more I get involved in it, the more confident I am in encouraging and teaching my story to other people.
Yeah. It does get very addictive, Jane. I can tell you that. When I first started, and you're checking if you've got $5 in your earning balance. I've got $5. Bang! Quickly buy an ad pack, and then you're into the tens, and then you start thinking, you start becoming a mathematician, and you try and calculate what hour your $10 pack will be. You're about to buy a $10 pack, and the same for the 25s as well. And then it's not a stressful thing, is it? You get those endorphins.
It's exciting, and I've actually advertised a few local friends' businesses on there, and I sort of thought if I start advertising their websites on there, once I can show them how many visits they've had to their sites, then that's a really good way to introduce them to the business and let them see what they can do as well. So yeah, sharing it with friends as well.
Very, very smart idea, because those credits, use them on the traffic exchange, because they are your product you receive for purchasing an ad pack. And rightly so, if you do have some friends who have a local business with a website, just say, listen, I'll give you 5,000 visitors to your website for free, because it looks like, how's your website going? How's your traffic going? They may not know. So give them 5,000 visitors, and like you say, You've had 3,000 visitors to your website on my stats in the last 3.5 weeks. And then that to them can be a really good incentive to join you in the business. Then they can advertise their own business and get paid the 20% profit share as well. So it's a win-win situation for small business owners. Because I can tell you that small businesses to be ranked high on Google sometimes pay for the services of SEO people, search engine optimization people. And one of them was in my team. The company he used to work for charged small to medium businesses between $200 and $300 per week, just so they could keep them ranked on page 1. So big money that people spend on advertising. With our model, they can earn 20% profit share and advertise their business for free on our website. So it's quite extraordinary, the difference there. So well done, Jane. Some great initiatives there, just for a new person. Very, very well done. Now, Mick, I presume once you're earning 200 a day, that you won't be driving a truck.
No, mate. Well, I'd probably drive a little bit because I don't mind doing it. I'd give up driving on the weekends and just cut my hours back. Just a 8-hour day, Monday to Friday, giving more time to speak to other people and grow the business. And just put some more money into MPCA. Sorry. Have a big attraction to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, mate. That's a big thing that's going to smash this world apart, and a lot of people don't understand that yet. I'd like to put as much money I can into that.
Yeah.
Just doing the old JOB. It's not too bad. It's not the end of the world, but I'll probably cut it back to 4 days a week. We'll see how it all pans out. But I'll be making sure I'm at party number 3. Don't worry about that. That's one goal for 2018. No matter what part of the world it's in, mate, I'll be there.
Yeah, all right, good. You sound like a sort of guy that you can't sit still, mate. You've always got to be doing something. Would that be right, Mick?
Yes. Right, definitely. Got to keep moving. You can sleep and rest when you die.
Okay. Well, I'm a little bit older than you, mate, so I do enjoy that lying down and doing nothing but as much as I can, especially in the sun with a cold drink in my hand and somebody fanning me with an umbrella or something like that. That's what I like. Yeah,
well, I'll come whenever you put the party on, I'll be there.
Right, okay. Right, mate. That could be sooner than you think.
I'll get time off work, don't worry about that.
Okay, good. All right, you'll take time off work. Good on you. Now, Paul in Singapore. Is that a cheap place to live or an expensive place to live?
It's a very expensive place to live, guys. So the thing is that you really have to think big if you want to leave Singapore for a very long time and able to cope up with the rising prices of everything. Okay? Because we can't blame the government, we can't blame the employers. We just have to blame ourselves if we are not doing stuff to hit somewhere. No. So MPA is really fantastic. So if you are earning about say $200 per day, you have maxed out the whole program. What I will do here is that I will quit my job first, and I will continue to max out MPA as much as possible. That will be a fantastic time for me to spend some time with my family, go for a short holiday, come back, and I will be probably thinking about doing workshops here for Singaporeans. Perhaps gather about 50 people in one room or 100 people and talk to them about MPA, because everyone wants to see someone who is a role model for them to explain everything out, because everyone wants to have a living proof, because anything can happen or on the net. They can see your results, and they have a lot of questions that a lot of people are not going to ask you directly. So having workshops for local people, I think it'll be a fantastic way to build the My Paying Ads business much more stronger. So I believe that I'll be here in My Paying Ads for a very long time.
Okay, awesome, fantastic, Paul. Well done, mate. Workshops is good, great idea. We try and do that in Brisbane. Do our local coffee get-togethers, Paul, down the Gold Coast. That's been very successful to create a small community, hasn't it, for us here in Brisbane, Gold Coast?
Yeah, it certainly has. And the good thing about our MPA members, they've certainly got behind it, and the new members have got behind it, and it's really going to work. That's for sure. But since I joined MPA, it's like you've won the lottery of life. $1 a day, it really changes your life, and it certainly has mine. It's allowed me to get around interstate and see my family. We don't have to drive, we can fly. You can give your family some nice things, and you can all just enjoy life. And one of the big things it's helped me out with is that it's allowed me to join one of my my favorite pastimes, and that's play golf and join a private golf club, which is something in my life I was never able to afford before.
Yeah, it does. That the work allows you, the income allows you to change your lifestyle. For we're all on the planet to enjoy living. If we're in a situation where we have to do the hard yards to get somewhere, that's where the determination comes. And everyone on the panel's got that same determination. All members of MPA, MPCA have that determination. Otherwise, they wouldn't have taken the opportunity and joined. And for our great fortune, we've got Uday Nara at the helm, the owner of the business. Now, he's probably the best business owner in our niche that this industry's ever seen. I've been involved with a couple of other businesses, and I've seen probably over 100 in the last 2 years come and go in our niche. He stands on his own at the top of the mountain for his honesty, his integrity, the challenges he's come up with against with not only the major issue we have with PayPal as a processor, but also the website, the growing number of people coming into the business, keeping our site secure from hackers trying to get in, all these things that he's tirelessly put his effort into for 18 hours, because his motto or his goal himself, that he said on one of our hangouts about 2.5 months ago, was that he wants to be able to have My Paying Ads pay every self-employed person in the world. That's his goal. So what he means by that is that everyone who joins My Paying Ads or My Paying Crypto Ads as an online marketer working for themselves, he wants to be able to pay them. So he's got massive, huge goals to pay millions of people, pay millions. Now, as we grow, he'll put more staff on, the servers will be upgraded. We'll have to set up, there's already an office set up in London, a small office set up there. These are all big plans that will no doubt be talked about in 3 weeks in Singapore. I'll be doing quite a few interviews one-on-one with Uday when I get there to bring you the opportunities of what's going to happen in the next 6 months or 12 months in the business. So great things are changing everybody's lives in a small way or in a massive way. And what Uday also wants from us is that we grow MPA to a big, strong business for ourselves, and then grow our second business, and obviously prefer us to do My Paying Crypto Ads and grow that business. And then, but he's understanding that these type of businesses, this type of industry, you grow multiple streams of income. So the one, I've told the story many times, that one of the guys I found online 2.5, 3 years ago, he started with one business, grew that to a very strong business, started another one, grew that to a very strong business. Then he found another one and grew that, and he grew another one and another one. And over a period of a number of years, he grew 20 online businesses. He now has staff running those businesses for him. His income is $500,000 a month, about $6 million a year. So Uday's in the same mindset of this growing internet business, because making an income online through online advertising is just going one way, up. Growing a business on the internet and online advertising, use cryptocurrencies, is only going one way, up. But it's going up in a very quick hurry. We're using Bitcoin now. Uday is also looking at Ethereum. There's a couple of other cryptocurrencies that are not established yet. So Liani, being the conservative, he'll only go with a cryptocurrency that is super established and is strong. So he will introduce those over the coming years as the business grows. So thank you very much for your feedback on how it would change your lives. I know there's a few of us going to Singapore. That's going to be an exciting opportunity. If you're not going to Singapore, then you really need to start planning for next year, the 3rd birthday. I've got a feeling it's probably going to be in London, over there in the UK, where a lot of members are over there. So we better get saving our airfares. Mind you, airfares are quite cheap compared to what they were a few years ago. Airfares are going down. So as long as your ad packs are going up, then the airfares don't worry too much about them. So if you're coming to Singapore, and would love to see you in a couple of weeks, if you're coming to the 3rd birthday celebration next year, plan for that now and build your business. Just to finish off, I'd just like to get each of you to give a prediction of where you'll be in, say, 3 months from now as a short-term goal. Everyone sort of thinks about what we're going to do in a year or so from now, but you really have to have a short-term goal, and that's a week, a month. An interim or medium goal is sometimes like a 3-month goal. So just have a quick think about where you'll be in 3 months. You think ad pack wise in your purchasing, and team member wise. And if you're at the stage of just learning how to do YouTube videos, do videos on your mobile phone, doing screenshots on Facebook, doing a blog, doing a free website with Wix or one or two of the other free word process type free websites. Just have a think about that. I'll start with you again, Carl. A 3-month short-term goal, where can you see yourself, mate?
Well, do you know what? It's happening so quick. I think I'm already entering that phase already, simply because me and the wife, Val, we said to each other, we're going to give this 3 months, learn the process, see where we are, then talk to people. Within a month and a half, we're signing people up. Okay. Yeah. So then I decided I'm going to step back, part-time job or something else, which is already on the way now. And then we've figured out how much money we need to start entering into my paying crypto ads, which we're working towards that as we speak. So pretty much, you know, it's just racing ahead so quick, and our goals are happening. We're realizing our goals very quickly, and we just can't believe how fast it's taken off and how we've changed our life. And already, it's not even been 3 months, and we're already on the path to changing jobs and my crypto ads. So we couldn't be happier.
All right, brilliant. So yeah, 3 months doesn't take very long at all. Very, very good indeed. All right, Daniel, where are you going to be in 3 months from now? What's your short-term goal, do you think?
In 3 months' time, I would finally love to learn how to make videos on YouTube, how to properly explain everything about my paying ads, get some traffic to my YouTube channel, and get at least 10 referrals, and have built my own team of people that would have the same mindset like we do, someone who would really have a faith in my paying ads, and therefore have how to call it, a successful group that would drive my income up, and something that would catapult me up to those $200 a day. Have built that foundation. That's what I would love to achieve within 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Very good short-term goal. Just a small team and put more content out onto the internet. Very, very good indeed, mate. All right, Jane. Well, 3 months from now, where are you going to be sitting, do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to be on 500 credit packs at that point. From there, I'd also like to have at least 4 or 5 people that I've joined on. I've got the first couple in the pipeline at the moment, and I've sent them the links, and they're just getting a bit slack, but I don't want to pressure them too much to join on. I'd rather let people join on as they watch it and as they see how it goes.
Yeah.
I would still like to come to Singapore, and I'm still tossing up on whether or not I can make it. We've already had another holiday planned. We're going to Thailand in May. So this came as short notice. So if I hadn't have booked the trip to Thailand, I would have actually changed and come to Singapore. But yeah, if we still can't quite budget for it this time round, certainly next time, that's my next thing to look forward to as well.
Okay. Well, that's a very good short-term goal as well, to speak to people about their business. I've spoken to one person, and took her 12 months to join me. So don't worry about just a few weeks or a few months, 12 months, and then she finally joined me. But all you got to do is just putting content out there, talking to people. Not everyone wants to join an online business. Some people do, but they don't know how to go about it. And once they see your progress over a week, a month, or 2 months, or 3 months, or in my case, 12 months, before they make a decision and message you, all right, I'm ready to get started, then your business grows. But you've just got to keep persisting. Persistence kills resistance. That's the old saying from back in the 50s that my mum and dad used to drum into me. Mick, 3 months from now, where will you be? Well, you probably know where you're going to be, mate. You're a pretty well organised bloke.
Well, in 3 months from now, I'd like to think I can have 500 ad packs active. So
Yep.
500 active ad packs, that'll give me about 200 in the $50, and very close to knocking on that $200 a day. 10 more referrals, active referrals, not some people who, I'll have a look and just sit on the fence. They're okay, those people, because they will eventually roll around. But 10 more active people, that would be great. And if I choose still to work, I know I said I will, but if I still choose, might change my mind. You never know. Doing no weekends, no weekends at all. We've got a cruise booked in September, so that'll be another a big pool to find people, and that'll be great. So
everybody wants to get exposed to some opportunity. Everybody is looking for an opportunity, whether you believe that or not. Most people work for a company rather than themselves. They're always looking for an opportunity, but what they're looking for is what Carl has said. He's going part-time. People are looking for a part-time opportunity. They don't want to disrupt what they're doing full-time. They are looking for a part-time opportunity. So one of the things I used to say when I still had a job was that, what are you doing, Keith? Oh, I'm doing this, and I'm just doing a little bit of part-time advertising on the internet. A part-time income, $100 a week. Oh, what's that all about? Huge amount of interest, part-time, as opposed to, listen, I'm a full-time online marketer now. Would you like to come and join me? No, I don't want nothing to do with full-time. I've got my job. I haven't got time. The barriers are up already. So listen, I've got a little part-time thing going. That's what Jim Rohn used to, I've got to put that video up from, I did a Facebook Live, first time for me, Facebook Live, believe it or not. Even I'm doing things for the first time. Did Facebook Live last night. And I talked about Jim Rohn, a guy who he's if you know Tony Robbins as a motivational speaker, then he was the understudy. He learned from Jim Rohn back in the 60s and 70s. And I learned all the knowledge I've gained from Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. People are interested in part-time. They're not interested in full-time. They'll listen to your story. If you want to tell them a story, tell them a story about part-time income, and they'll listen to you. So excellent, Mick. Cutting your weekends out, that's a massive, massive step. When you cut your weekends out and you're back to Monday to Friday, you big sigh of relief that Friday night, and 2 days to relax or do whatever you want to do, opposed to going back onto the job and working, mate.
2 days to help more people in MPA, mate, to build their business, help them.
Yeah, and it's enjoyable. I help people every day, and it's good fun. I get tired at the end of the day, but the people I help will be, they'll benefit. At some stage, I'll benefit as well. So you just got to keep helping people. That's all you got to do, mate. Yeah.
I help people who aren't even in my group, mate.
Yeah,
I help a few people that now, so I'm happy to help anyone. Yeah,
fantastic. Great spirit, mate. Great spirit. Paul in Singapore, 3 months from now, mate. We'll see you in less than a month. So what are you going to be doing 2 months after that?
By the next 3 months, I should be having at least about 500 overhead packs here at MPA. And currently, myself and some of my team members, we are having this Makan time. It's a dinner time where we are spending time together, going through strategies and helping them with their problems and all that. And not only my referrals, but the referrals of my referrals as well. So we are trying to grow up together, and we are also inviting my Paying Ads members from other groups. So all of us can come together and build this business up with great confidence, you know. So as time goes by, we would like to expand into Malaysia as well, because Malaysia is very very close to us, and we can have friends coming over here, or we guys can go up there for a day or two and get all these things fixed up really. So it's going to be really fantastic. With the dinner coming up, I think things are going much more stronger for the members here in Singapore and everywhere else. That's all.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Growing your team is the key, and well done for trying to involve other groups. Now, Malaysia is connected to Singapore by a couple of bridges, so you're only an hour or so away for other teams in Malaysia. There's quite a strong team in Malaysia as well, so that's great. Now, Paul, where will you be in 3 months, Paul Weeks?
Playing golf still, hopefully. Maxing out, completing level 3 in MPCA. That's my goal for the next 3 months.
Okay, very good. Now, how are you going to cut down the amount of days you're playing golf, or what's your thing there, mate?
No, the weather's getting cooler now. You can play more.
Oh, you got to keep fit. That's very, very, very true indeed. Okay. As for myself, in 3 months from now, my goals are a little bit different because I maxed out MPA. I'm in level 4 in MPCA. I do want to get to probably halfway through 500 or 600 ad packs in MPCA, but the exciting thing for me over the next 3 months is that we now have a company PowerPoint presentation that is an official presentation. So I've told or asked Uday and Shaf that I'd like to help people around Australia by holding a corporate sort of get-together function in the major capital cities over the next few months, starting when we come back from Singapore, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, to help people, expose people to my paying ads, my paying crypto ads, and get everybody together, just like exactly what you were saying, Paul, in Singapore, bringing groups together, making our company stronger from individuals joining other individuals and creating groups that can work together. If you get a group of like-minded people together, the energy levels just go through the roof. And that's the company presentations in the major cities is my focus over the next few months. And boy, I'm excited about that. That's going to be really, really good to catch up with everybody, catch up with not only Carl in Singapore, but over in Perth as well. And you can get your groups, and you, Daniel, in Melbourne, down to see you. And there's a whole bunch of other people already in Melbourne, so you'll get to meet them and you'll form relationships and partnerships down there. So business people meeting other business people creates energy and electricity, which can grow everybody's business, which is the fantastic thing about MPA, MPCA. Well, that's enough for us tonight. We've talked for a lot longer than I thought. Everybody on the panel's switched on. They're motivated, they're excited, they're going well in the business, and they have short, medium, and long-term goals. So this is what, if you're watching this, this is what you should be either writing down on a bit of paper. Today is March the 6th. Make a plan for 3 months from now, March, April, May, June, June the 6th. Make another one for 3 months after that, 3 months after that. Just write it down and work towards that, whether it be the ad packs you have in the program, the amount of referrals you have in your team, the amount of adverts you're running on either the sites. If you've started buying cash link adverts, if you stuck your toe in the water, and cash link adverts, when you buy them yourself as an advertiser, you can get them for $1.30. They're not massive amounts of money. So you can actually go in and start buying cash link adverts for yourself. I bought some today. I bought 20,000 clicks for, it cost me, what did it cost me? $52 or $56, I think, for 20,000 clicks on cash links. Now, they won't last long because cash links go like woof. They go really quick because people love cash links. They love them. So a good source of advertising to buy cash link adverts on MPA and MPCA. So if you do have a little business that you have on the site, buy a few cash links just to test it out. You'd be surprised that the results are absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much, Carl from Perth, Daniel in Melbourne, Jane in Brisbane, Mick in Brisbane, and Paul in Singapore. Big thanks to you, Paul on the Gold Coast, and myself. Thank you very much for watching tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your week, click your ads, and promote MPA, MPCA until the cows come home. It's a fantastic business going one way, and that's up. Thanks very much, everybody. Wave goodbye, and we'll see you on the next Hangout. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks very much indeed. Okay, cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.